So welcome in this morning here to the first of what is pool play day here at the NACA National Tournament. The Rock and Lancaster. Here as we get our first match of the day underway. The Rock serving right to left here in those black and red uniforms. Lancaster will be in black, blue, and white uniforms on your left. As this first day of volleyball gets underway here from NACA at Fort Bluff Camp in Dayton, Tennessee, as the Rock now leads at 5-1 here early in this. Now, this is not a best-of-3 scenario. These are all pool play matches, which means they play 2 sets to 25. And then based off those scores is kind of how everything else gets situated. So all the divisions get put into place off of pool play, which is here today. So the Rock serving. Megan Winnick. So that returned into the net by Lancaster. And the Rock with an easy lead here early at 7-1. This is a very early matchup, particularly for myself from the Central Time Zone. So it's a 9 a.m. Eastern start. And we'll see a lot of these same teams as a hit on the near side ends up being a kill for Gabriella Lipka. Actually, I think they're going to say it. I must have hit the antenna on the near side. So it will go back over to Lancaster. 7-2 the lead for the Rock. As Gianna Munez with the serve. Nice set right in the middle. And the kill for Caitlin Crofts. This Rock team does a nice job of using multiple hitters. They'll have 3 or 4 of those across the front. And that's a nice thing to have. One hitter at some of these schools is a good situation. When you have 3 or 4, it makes life a little bit easier as that rattles around and ends up falling in for the Rock as they lead at 9-2 here early in set 1. So Maria Hernandez, a senior for the Lions, serves it up here and then returned into the net by Kayla Dominguez. As coming in for Lancaster is Alexis Toombs. Now a 10-2 lead for the Rock as Hernandez with another serve. This return near side, that will be an ace. We'll make it 11-2. Hernandez again with a return back up front and just set over by Toombs. Set to the middle this time, and a kill there for Gabriella or Ella Lipka. Make it now 12-2. Again, these sets are to 25. This is not a best-of-3 scenario. These are just individual sets that count towards your seeding in this tournament later. There's another ace. I'll make it 13-2. As Hernandez will continue to serve. So floater this time, tracked down along that back line and finally sent over by Lauren Arnold to the near side. And boy, that was really close to being in the net, but they end up counting that for Caitlin Crofts. Be a 13-2 lead and a timeout here to the Knights from Lancaster. Get back in just a moment. Serve played back to the back line and now dumped across. We'll see what Hernandez does here on the set to the outside. And that's put out of bounds by Jalen Stout. 14-3, the lead for the Rock. We're working on the scoreboard there for you, so I'll continue working on that as we work here early, but I'll try to keep you up to date on that as much as possible. There's a kill on the near side by Caitlin Crofts. Make it 15-3. Now Ella Lipka, the 5'11 junior, to serve for the Lions. As this playback and will finally fall in for the Knights, making it 16-3. We'll pretty much have the same group, at least here for the early part of the day. I'll go through that with you in just a second. Lipka's serve here. Return back up front. Now sent over, and the Lions will have a shot at it on the near side. Boy, there's a nice kill by Caitlin Crofts. Not only some power on the hit, but kind of in midair was looking at where the defense was set up and picked her spot. So again, Lipka with the serve. Back to the middle, and now just sent back over. 17-3 is the lead for the Rock. Now to the outside, and another kill. That one for Faith Marquise. Make it 18-3. Lipka with an ace. Now 19-3. It's kind of every hour on the hour, more or less, here early in the day. The Rock and Lancaster, Augusta and Valley Escape will be at 10 a.m. Then Lancaster and Augusta at 11. And then Valley Escape versus the Rock at noon. We're kind of bounced back and forth in the afternoon between Group A and Group B here in pool play, as there's a kill off that far side for Jalen Stout. Make it 20-3. And now Emery Wyatt, 5'7 junior, to serve for the Rock. There's another ace, making it 21-3. Serve here is an ace. Now 22-3. Again, individual sets to 25 here in pool play. Now count up your wins and losses and put you in a division based upon that for Friday and Saturday, or excuse me, for Thursday and Friday. And that ends up fall again, so 23-3. As the Rock has had no problem with this first set. And Wyatt with the serve. And now bumped across. And that played to the outside. There's a nice dig along that front line by Taylor Martin. Now set to the opposite side. And a kill there for Jalen Stout. 24-3, the lead for the Rock. We're down to set point. And Emery Wyatt to serve for the set. And there's an ace, and that will do it for set one. 25-3, the Rock takes that. We'll take a break. Come back with set two here in just a moment.
We're going to have to shut this program down.
7-2 is the lead here for the Rock over Lighthouse as we're in the middle of set number 2 as we had to re-rack a little bit of things here on the computer, so we should be set and good to go. So Maria Hernandez with the serve here for the Rock. They took set 1 easily, and now they're working here on set 2. Lancaster doing a pretty good job of stretching out some of these points at least. Is at 8-2 now lead for the Rock. And, you know, in some of this pool play matchup too, some teams are kind of put in there with everyone. And then, of course, when we get to actual bracket play, things are a little bit more evenly distributed. But that's just kind of how pool play works to figure out where all the teams need to go. Wow, beautiful set to the far side for Ella Lipka, especially considering the fact that Hernandez was almost completely in the net when she set it back. So a 9-2 lead for the Lions. This set across, and then Rock with another opportunity. Set to the near side. That put over there by Crofts, and now this one hammered in. And it'll make it a 10-2 lead. In the lineup for Lancaster comes Brielle Roberson. And again, Hernandez to serve. Played back to the near side and put across there by Lauren Arnold. Now to Lipka. And this deflects off the ceiling. Actually, pretty nice dig along that back line by Martin. Now back near side. And that will fall in for a kill for Tatum Arledge. Arledge, a 5'6" junior. Hernandez again with the serve. That'll be an ace. Make it 12-2. Again, Hernandez with the serve. That'll be another ace. Make it 13-2. Lighthouse trying to figure out a little bit of communication here to see if they can return the serve. Drop all 6 players back into serve receive, which is an interesting tactic as Lipka sets that across and down and make it now a 14-2 lead, although I can understand it because you have to cover a lot of the floor, especially with the Rock, because they can put a serve pretty much anywhere they want. And that will make it 15-2. Well, Hernandez has been on a little bit of a roll here. And the back line, that's actually a nice hit off the back line by Martin. Good return there for Lancaster as well. Back to the near side, Arledge. Played by Martin in that back row again. Now sent across by Nunez. And that one hit into the net by Arledge. Make it now 15-3, the lead for the Rock. Gianna Muniz to serve now for the Knights. And that's hit out of bounds on the far side by Caitlin Crofts. A 15-4 lead for the Lions. And we have now a rotation error on the Rock, which will give a free point to the Knights. And now a little discussion between the head coach of the Rock, Stephanie Wyatt, and the referee on the far side. And a timeout used here by Lighthouse. 15-5, the lead for the Rock. Back here in just a moment from the NACA tournament. So the serve here out of the timeout, played by the Rock to the near side. Gill will just put it over. And that played up front will make it 16-5. Now Lipka's serve. Played down to that back line for Martin, who will just set it over. Set to the outside, and that hit out of bounds by Camille Johnson. As Emery Wyatt will check back in. Serve here now played to the outside. That's tipped across and down by Johnson. Nice little adjustment in the air from Camille. 17-6 is the lead for the Rock. And the serve here is an ace from Cariana Ayala. Ayala will get set to serve again. 18-6, the lead for the Rock. We're here in set two. Each of these sets counts individually toward your final record and seeding for tomorrow. As into the lineup for Lancaster comes Caleb Dominguez. Serve here is an ace. Now 20-6. There's an ace from Ayala, making it 21-6. Again, up next at 10 a.m., Augusta and Valley Escape. That will be your next matchup here once this one has concluded. And right now, the Rock has had no issues either with set one or set two. Just 4 points away from securing a set two victory. Another ace there makes it 22-6. Serve here played back to the near side. Bumped across by Dominguez. Set in the middle, and there's a nice kill for Megan Winnick. The senior with good attempt there. Makes it 23-6. serve this time, tracked down, and now just a little bit short, so make it 24-6, and we're up to set point here for set two. And again, Ayala to serve. And that is an ace. That'll do it for set two. So the Rock takes two straight, 25-3, 25-6. And that will do it for our first matchup of the day. Coming up at 10 will be Augusta and Valley Escape. We'll see Lancaster again at 11 o'clock this morning as they will take on Augusta. We'll see the Rock again at noon against Valley Escape. So I'll be back in just a little bit for Augusta and Valley Escape. You've been watching the NACA National Tournament.